Entitled Mother Lies. Today I'm going to read r/EntitledParents. I'm not sure this fits, but it just happened, so I'm going to post about it anyway, mostly to help get out some of my anger. My wife has a daughter with her ex. The ex has 4 kids with his new wife. The kids like to antagonize our daughter to cause issues with us. Dad is unreasonable, but stepmom is normally reasonable, but has a lot of entitled tendencies. See, no discipline lately. We've been seeing their kids ride their bikes through our parking lot, or our daughter checking us out without announcing her presence, or looking around thinking we hadn't noticed she's here. We didn't think much of it. Now yesterday, we got ding-dong ditched. Our doorbell barely works, but my eldest son heard it and said, "A little kid just rang the doorbell and ran." I didn't think much of this as we live in an apartment complex, and a bunch of bratty little kids live here. They regularly mess up my garden. One even tried to take our dog. I just chalked it up to it being one of our crappy neighbors. Then it happened later. When it happened the second time, I looked out of my window to ask them to stop. I caught sight of 2 girls doing it, and looked at where they were running. They were running towards an older girl, and I slowly realized that's our daughter's sister. That must mean all of them are our daughter's sister's friends. Now I'm irritated because I already don't like the oldest much, but the 2 younger ones are normally okay. I see them ride off and spot our daughter with them. Aw, crap. They're starting shit again. Whatever. I mention it to my wife and let it go. I can handle a prank or 2. Then this morning I wake up, and not long afterwards I get a knock at my door. I get up to get it, and as I do, I see a figure run by my window. I'm thinking, not this again, but go outside to see if it was them again. I walk to the end of my apartment and see the oldest. Their brother and one of the younger 2 ride off on their bikes towards their house. I'm like, whatever, and text my wife who is at work to let her know what happened. This is where I get angry. My wife has to call them to arrange something with our daughter. After that's out of the way, she then says, "Oh hey, any idea why the kids are ding-dong ditching us?" "What do you mean?" "Oh, OP got ding-dong ditched yesterday and saw daughter and your kids. Then this morning it happened again, and he saw oldest, your son, and one of the little ones. He was just wondering what was up." "That's not possible." "What do you mean?" "They couldn't have done it. It wasn't them." "Okay, OP saw them. He wasn't 100% sure yesterday, but he's definitely sure today." "I'm telling you, that's not possible. They haven't been out of the house for the last 2 days without me." "Okay, he's pretty sure, but it's not a big deal. We were just wondering why it was happening." "How am I supposed to know? It's not like it was our kids when he was supposed to happen. Maybe it was one of the kids in your apartment. Yesterday not long after, and then again after 6. Today it was about half an hour to 45 minutes ago. He said he thought it was someone from the apartments as well, but then he saw the oldest daughter yesterday, and he said he definitely saw her and your son today." "Well, I'm not telling you that's not possible. They haven't left the house at all. They have been here eating breakfast." "Okay, well, like I said, it's not a big deal. Anyway, tell daughter I love her, and I'll talk to you later." This is when my wife calls me to let me know that I'm apparently a liar or didn't see what I know I saw. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like we were even making a big deal of it. There was 0 reason to lie about it, or act like we were rude for making the suggestion. I'm angry for having my truthfulness questioned. Honestly, I don't understand how the entitled mother's brain works, because OP says that he clearly saw them, and then the entitled mother says, no, they're with her. How? But he saw them. It doesn't make sense how he can see them, although she says that she saw them. It just doesn't make sense. The next story is, entitled Dad threats to hit me because he thinks that I traumatized his kid by wearing a pink hoodie because boys can't wear pink. Okay, so this one is really common in some countries, including mine. There is this natural stigma that men aren't associated with blue and women with pink. It's bullshit and most of us don't believe in it now, but some boneheads do. Anyways, this was winter and it was a bit chilly where I lived, so I decided to wear a hoodie. I really like hoodies because they are comfortable and I'm always cold. The hoodie was plain and baby pink in color and I wore black pants below it. I was walking down the street to run some errands and I was met by entitled Dad and his little boy. Little guy seemed around 3 or 4, so he did not understand what a prick his father was. I didn't know them and I was just walking past them when entitled Dad started staring at me and I opened his trash can mouth. Edie. You of all people of your age must learn to dress properly. OP. Do I know you? No, but don't change the topic. Why do you dress like a girl? What? Boys don't wear pink. Pink is for girls. Be a man like me. Dress manly. Okay, I don't have any reason to be like you. I can wear whatever I want, and why are you so concerned about how I look and what I wear? I don't want to look like a potato sack like you. Hey! Don't you have any manners? How can you back onto me? I am your father's age. And it concerns me because you are a bad influence on my child. OP to his kid. You can wear whatever color you like, okay? Kid smiles. Are you crazy? How can you teach my son these horrible things or else I will hit you? You need to shut your mouth. You're threatening to hit a minor. I was 16 and you need to leave me alone or I'm calling cops. I have huge power, you little bleep. I will bleep your life and make it hell. By now people were starting to gather and it was getting intense. I was not afraid of people like him, so I stood there knowing that this potato-headed simpleton cannot do anything or else the 20 bystanders would beat him to death with their bare hands. The kid was just crying, not knowing what was going on. You are not a man in that little pink little shirt. I am secure of my masculinity and you are the worst parent anybody could have. Entitled Dad lost his shit, but I did not care. He threw his phone on the ground and even wanted to hurt me, but some of the bystanders took him and his kid away from me when he got out of control. And they told me to go because things might get a bit out of hands. So I left. I did not file any complaints as it was verbal alteration and even though entitled Dad threatened me, there wasn't enough proof about it. I was skeptical about posting this because this was a bit too much for me. Entitled Dad's like that. Entitled Dad is honestly just crazy. How could people be that crazy? Like, it's the modern day. Like, I understand like in the 1800s how boys would normally be dirty and girls would be looking nice and snazzy and they would be wearing pink and boys would normally be wearing black and blue. But nowadays it's anything. Like, you can wear whatever you want and so on. It's not like the olden days where people were associated with these colors. Yet this dad thinks that you shouldn't wear a pink hoodie that is made for boys. Like, explain that to me, because that hoodie must clearly be made for boys if a boy is wearing it. Like, it just doesn't make sense.